Hey Facebook, welcome to today's live video. I'm really excited because if you join me on this live video here today, you're actually going to be part of my tutorial for my program where I show people how they actually go live on Facebook. And not only that, everything that I'm going to be sharing with you, the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today are also going to be the tips that are a part of that tutorial. Hey Jennifer, hey Luke, thanks for joining. A surprise for you guys. Hey Chanel, I might just wait for some more to jump on actually before I tell you the exciting news, because this live is part of my tutorial about going live, as it says in the description. So that means that all of you here that comment, everybody here that watches is actually going to be part of the tutorial in my program that goes out to my clients. So welcome. Make sure you say hello. Let me know that you can hear me, you can see me. What are you up to? And I'm going to jump straight into the tips that I have for you around going live. So I've got a couple written down here. If you see me looking down, I'm just reminding myself of each one. I want to make sure that I don't forget any of them for you. Okay. So the first thing that you want to think about before you go live on Facebook is your environment. So where are you? Are you outside? Are you inside? And the reason why you want to think about this is because I know I've been in a situation where I was outside and I didn't realize how windy it was until I actually had people telling me that they couldn't hear a thing I was saying, because all I could hear was like the whooshing noise of the wind in the background. And that really took the focus away from the information that I was providing, because all they could focus on and think about was that noisy background. Also, if you're at home, like I'm at home right now, and that means that I could have the TV on in the background, or I could have a radio on in the background, and that could also be super distracting. So just making sure that you think about where you are and what's going on. Maybe you're at a cafe and they've got some loud noises. There's plates banging around. So you want to make sure that you think about that before you go live, so that the focus is on you and, you know, the awesome value that you are wanting to provide to people in that moment. Hey, Steph. Hey, Patrick. How you doing? Steph, your live the other day was awesome with your mermaid makeup. If anybody wants to check that out, you should definitely head over to her page. She's got some great lives, great example of really amazing live videos. So make sure you check her out. Okay, so environment is the first thing. The next thing to think about is the height of, especially if you're on a computer or you've got a webcam on your PC, make sure you are conscious of the height, because I see a lot of times, hey James, hey Marcus, lovely to have you joining. I can see sometimes on live videos this really funny height thing where you're either like way up here kind of looking down on someone, or they're like really low, you know, and you're kind of half looking at them like this. To be honest, when I'm at home and I'm on the laptop, this table is just too low. So I actually put my laptop on a book. It's like a really thick book that I put it on, so that I'm more centered. So you want to be quite centered directly onto your face so people can see you. And again, they're not distracted by, you know, looking at the hairs on the top of your head or looking up at your chin and your neck. You just want to make sure that that's straight ahead and they've got no extra distractions there as well. If you're on your phone, it's a little bit different. Obviously, you've got that mobility where you can move around. So again, still being conscious of it, but obviously it's okay to kind of move around a little bit more. I think that's fine. But if you're stationary, just make sure you've got that height directly in line with your face. Okay, the third thing is to prepare. Now, I'm not saying that during your live videos you should have like a word for word script and that you should, have these, rehearsals before you do it or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is to just have a couple of dot points and to have a clear vision and a clear idea of what is the core message that you're wanting to provide to people. What is, the main value that you're wanting to provide them, and how does that link to the call to action? So we've been speaking a lot this week. If you've been jumping on the videos, you would know that I've been talking a lot about how important the call to action is on all your posts, all your videos. So being prepared for your live video is not only knowing, what is the value that you want to be providing to people, what are those few little points of genius that you're wanting to give them, but also thinking about how does that link to the call to action. So for the purpose of this, it could be to promote your event. If it's to promote an event, then you want to make sure that you talk about that at the end and that you're giving them information throughout the live video that has to do with that event. It's a little teaser, it's a little taster of what they're gonna get if they come and meet you in person. Now, let me have a look here. Oh, I knew I was gonna forget something, that's why I looked down. Also, when you have a call to action, if your call to action is to register for an event, you wanna then add the link to the event in the comments so that when you've spoken about it to people, they don't have to go searching through Eventbrite or searching through your page to try and find how to register. You want to make that process super simple. So you talk about it and then you let them know you're going to add it into the comments, add it in, and then that way it's really simple for them to be able to come along and register for your event. Hey Josephine, thanks so much for joining. Hey James, great to have you on here. All right, now the last thing that I want to give you as a tip for your Facebook Lives is to engage. So you would have noticed throughout this video, I actively said hello to people as they jumped on. If there was any question throughout the live, I would have answered those questions like straight away. Now, for those of you who don't know who are joining me on the live that might have come in a little bit later, I'm actually filming this live separate to the live video because it's going to be part of my tutorial for my clients so that they know how to film a live video for themselves. They get all the tips. And so everybody that's joined me here today has actually been, will actually be featured in that tutorial, which is going to go out to all my clients. So thank you so much for being part of it. And so as you can see, I've got everybody I can see on the right hand side. Once you go live, you can see everybody that's joining you so that you can call out to them and say, hey, how you doing? You can see at the top how long you've been live for. You can see how many people are viewing at this exact precise moment. So you've got all of those details right there in front of you so that you can engage with people. So they are the 5 top tips for going live. Think about your environment. Think about the height of your webcam or laptop so that you're straight on and not looking, at the top of somebody's head. Prepare, which doesn't mean knowing word for word exactly what you're going to say. It just means knowing what the core message is that you want to provide to people, knowing what your call to action is as well, and making sure those two link, and engaging with people as they come on. Welcoming them, saying hello, answering their questions. Yeah. All right, guys, I am going to jump off. Thank you so much for being part of this live video, for being part of my tutorial, and I'll speak to you all really soon. Have an awesome Wednesday. Bye.